Going to be on the map, none other than Daybreak.
Solid pick for Stephano going to game number 3. Daybreak's been around for a year now. Wow, it's been December. I mean, quick shout out, by the way, to Team Crux that makes a lot of the GSL maps. As a result, makes a lot of the tournament map pool. You can check it out at crux.history.com for all their stuff. And Daybreak's been pretty much figured out. You know, everyone feels very safe on it. It's been around for a while. I mean, people are. 2011 has been in this rotation. And I feel like Stephano has all the momentum that he can get based off this map choice. Let's figure it out, Stephano! Or will it be HerO that moves on to winner's bracket round number 3? This is IPL 5 with Fodan Kibbles. Let's get into the game.
IPL 5. Welcome to IPL 5 Daybreak.
Ladies and gentlemen, over here in the bottom left corner of Daybreak, we have a red Zerg, IPL 3 champion and Lone Star 2 Clash champion. It is
Stephano raid call.
Stephano has lots of fans. He's got lots of expectations. In fact, some of the most expectations out of any player in any tournament. He's been able to fulfill some of them, but he needs to do a little bit more in order to face off against this blue Protoss from Team Liquid, the DreamHack 2011 and 2012 winner. It is
Liquid HerO.
Man, it's such a shame that we only have to play a best of 3 with these guys. It'd be, I mean, this is like, if you told me this was the finals, I would have believed you.
Don't worry, Dan, we'll meet again. These players are phenomenal, guys. I mean, I'm saying it. When I say they meet again, I'm saying there's a fantastic chance that both of these guys can tear up their brackets no matter who gets defeated here and knocked into the losers. They will likely play extremely well, both of these players. Fantastic. Guys, it is HerO versus Stephano. It is Daybreak. It is game number 3. One of these guys is going to have the pressure put on, will be moving to the lower bracket. The other is going to be feeling really good, having knocked out one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, this is top talent in StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
I mean, so many people copy Stephano and HerO style. They're revolutionists in their own race for lots of different matchups, not even just one. It's really interesting to see how far they've developed, and they're still trying to pioneer new styles of play. Stephano, of course, was getting a name from doing this build on maps like Daybreak a year ago, where he was going pool into triple hatch with no gas. And of course, Daybreak is a very safe map for that regard. Meanwhile, HerO, what will he choose this game? Because of course, we know Stephano, he's gonna do his thing. He's gonna go for double Evo Chamber, double upgrades, and get Infestors. What will HerO do? Will he go for a Robo? Will he go for a Stargate? And I feel like Stargate is the better choice, generally speaking, because you can get a quick third too. And more Protosses are getting comfortable actually with that idea of taking a quick third on Daybreak.
I'm a big fan of the Robo Twilight Council expand on this map. I feel like it's incredibly safe. It gives you a lot of options moving into the mid-game. And, you know, especially with what we've been seeing out of Stephano, with the melee upgrades, the very Ling-heavy composition, pretty light on the roaches, having all your options open, seeing, you know, if game one he made almost no roaches, game 2 he made a lot more. But HerO having the availability to both move into Templar and go for a big timing, or just go into the more standard Colossus play would be incredibly advantageous. But, you know, all options are currently available.
That's right.
5:30.
In fact, a lot of gas being banked up for HerO. Let's see what he really chooses. I wasn't sure if he was going to go for a quick Sentry and just be defensive and grab. But you know what? An early Stalker, of course, is really nice, because Zergling speed won't come out for a while.
This is very... So, HerO's actually one of the players that... I mean, you still can go for the Twilight Council here, but he's actually, when I was researching the timings on Immortal Sentry all-ins, this is how HerO does them. He drops the Robo and the gas at the same time, so... he does have his pylon on the high ground. I'm going to be watching there, man. Dan, I want to see if there's 3 gateways. We'll have to see. Sentry is following it up as well as +1. A lot of things looking like that has the possibility here.
HerO wants to dispose of this Overlord as soon as possible. And of course, Stephano is moving with a second Overlord at the natural and try to see if he can spot the robotics facility.
And he's gonna see it, Dan. He's gonna see the Robo. He's gonna see the Sentry. Will he also see, did he see +1? You know what? That Overlord definitely passed by it. So Stephano has a lot of information right now.
Yeah, and plus I'm pretty sure he should be able to see the timing on the gases as well. He's getting 2 Evo chambers up. Stephano not going to be rattled. We all know that he's as much as a reactive player as he is mechanical in his execution of builds. Pretty deeply supply blocked, but I mean, he knew that going into the scouting.
And 3 gateways are down for HerO. You know, this is the point where you drop the Twilight, or you drop, or you just keep making Immortals. We'll see. If this second Immortal comes out, yeah, this looks completely like an Immortal Sentry play out of HerO, guys. Stephano is going to need an answer to this. It's pretty strong on Daybreak.
So, Kibbles, as their player, I'm sure you've faced this numerous times. How do you respond to the Sentry Immortal?
I love Infestors. Infestors are awesome. I mean, you know, one of the things, though, is the power of this build. It really relies on the Protoss making some sort of error that plays into your favor, whether it's fungling all of their sentries or getting a great surround with your lings. Stephano's going to need to catch HerO out of position, and you just keep poking, keep prodding, keep forcing force fields. A little redundant, but, you know, get them to waste them, and then you can make something happen.
Yeah, and well, I mean, will Stephano have the availability? He is starting his layer pretty late, like he did last time. Nice surround on the Stalker too, to limit the ability of vision he's able to control. HerO also gonna try to see if he can squeeze out a Warp Prism right after those Immortals. They're gonna seal, lock the door, and say it's you and me, Stephano. And Stephano, whether or not he's gonna be able to hold, dictates his ability to control the amount of Immortals that he's able to do damage. But what's so interesting is that normally your response is lots of Roaches. Stephano has lots of Zerglings, and Immortals don't kill that quickly, and he wants to bait out energy, but he won't get any.
No, HerO knows. He knows that that is the one thing that he needs to not fall for. He needs to only drop these force fields when they are positively advantageous for him.
Ooh.
Oh, that was insanely frightening.
One sentry does get left behind, though, and you see the sentries
He's just
trying
baiting
to
it. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, I think Stephano is doing this very nicely, buying lots of time. Also, +1 will finish by the time he's able to traverse the map. HerO cannot get a safe route. Keeps making multiple stops throughout, trying to warp in as well because he doesn't want to fall too far behind in warp cycles. Even as a pylon also, Stephano's setting up a flank. He's engaging off creep, but he might get a super surround here.
All right, well, HerO has the pylon, so he's going to be able to use the Warp Prism to micro these Immortals. We'll see. He needs to put it into transport mode so that he can lift it, but honestly, these force fields are making this engagement not even happen yet. HerO picking up a couple of free kills right now.
Yeah, the Zerglin count was once at 45, now just down to 13, and that's before Stephano can even get anything up. Wanda gets Glior Reconstitution for a Roach speed, but the force field count is still pretty high.
These force fields are so sick for HerO, and wow, Stephano already down to just 17 Roaches left against 11 Stalkers, 3 Immortals, and 9 Sentries. HerO's gonna take out this third base. Stephano has no reply right now.
Yeah, I mean, Stephano tried to gather all of his gas for Roaches and try to see if he can squeeze out a big influx of units in order to combat and to fight out this composition straight up. But HerO's got so much. Stephano's making more Spine Crawlers, trying to see if he can buy time here. With a big engagement, HerO doesn't have many force fields left, but it may not matter because these Spine Crawlers are not here in time, and HerO's still picking off more units.
Stephano has absolutely no answer right now, Dan. The Spine Crawlers are all going to be killed. Not even cancels going down on them. That is lost money. The drone's coming off the line for Stephano. He's pulling everything, but there is just so much for HerO.
Liquid HerO, he's about to break through, taking down Stephano and move on to the winner's bracket, round number 3. Just needs to push a little bit further. He still has 2 Immortals, and Stephano has really no response. He's got 28 drones. This is the point of no return. Congratulations
from Stephano. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, HerO. Looking like I just did work, man. I just did work. You know, it's my job. I get paid to win. And he did a fantastic job there, taking down Stephano 2-1.
Stephano played very well in game number 1. Even looked like he had game number 2 in a pretty good position, but that game number 3 is really interesting because a lot of people say, man, the Immortal push is not that great on Daybreak. But HerO was able to play really well.
You know, I actually am a big fan of the push on Daybreak because so few players expect it. And Stephano, he got the scouting information necessary. I mean, he saw the gas, well, some of it. He saw the gas and he saw the Robo completed. But as you said, it's just, I don't know, HerO, man, playing so well there and making that happen.
Yeah, and it's, the restraint he shows to make sure not to force field. I mean, that's what you really have to do. Those very small decisions, because 3-4 force fields could make the difference between holding the floodgates back or, just being able to be safe and cushion your immortals.
It's a big momentum swinger, too, because if you start off with with the force fields, they don't do anything, you're like, ah, and at the same time, Stephano's like, yes. And so from there, then emotions factor a lot into this. And Stephano, with not baiting any force fields, had to feel pretty nervous about that.
Yeah, I think Stephano overall played pretty well. He's not out of it yet. He does drop to the losers bracket. And you guys can find all of the brackets as well on the IGN website. In fact, if you want to watch all 3 streams concurrently, go to IGN.com/IPL, where you can watch all of the other casters putting it on. We're trying to cover as much games as possible, 72 players. But overall, I'm really excited for our next match, Kibbles.
All right, guys, looks like it's going to be HerO versus Nanny.